Good morning, dear students. Today I will explain you chapter 4 of 7th class, that is computer virus. So this chapter is very important from every aspect, as nowadays every person is using a device, and the device can be a computer, a laptop, a tablet, or a smartphone. So in today's scenario, it is very important to keep our data and information safe. So here this chapter will help you to understand the different types of viruses that can be harmful for your device or for your information. So let's begin this chapter and see what is a computer virus and how a computer virus can steal or damage your computer. So firstly, we have the explanation of computer virus. A computer virus is a program of destructing nature. It means computer virus is also just like a software, or it is just like a program like other programs run in the computer. In the same way, computer virus, it can also run in the computer, but it will affect the normal working of the computer. A computer virus may be designed to steal your data from the computer, or it may be designed to damage your system files. So in this way, the computer virus can be very harmful for your computer. So the full form of virus is Vital Information Resources Under Siege. So here the meaning of vital is very important. Vital means very important. Information resources can be any file or folders that is containing the information. Under siege means all the information resources, which are very important sources, they get freezed by the virus. So this is the full form of a virus. I am repeating again: vital information resources under siege. So next we have second paragraph, that is computer virus, they do not generate by chance. Actually the computer virus, they are designed by the virus designers. So the programmer of a virus is known as virus author, means the person who has written the coding for a virus. He is called virus author. And intentionally he has written such program. The purpose or the motive behind designing such program is to damage the data or the programs in a computer. Mostly all the viruses, they are harmful. Only few viruses may be harmless, but majority of the viruses, they are harmful for your computer. And the viruses can delete your data, and even they can crash your system. It means they can also damage the computer files, system files. And the viruses, they can attach with other program files, and then they can move from one disk to the another disk. And the some viruses, they attach itself to the file and lies dormant. Dormant means they will not do any activity in the computer for some time, but when some date or some event will occur in the computer, at that time they will get active, and at that time they can steal your data or they can damage your computer. So this type of viruses is called Jerusalem virus. For example, a virus was there that was working only on the Friday, the 13th virus is there. So this virus works only on the Friday when the date is 13th of a month. Then we have the Jerusalem virus. It also gets activated on every Friday on the 13th of a month. So here we have some type of viruses. The first type is the file infector. So as the name suggests, file infector viruses, they are very common, and they will attach themselves to the files, and they can infect the program files, and the virus can cause irreversible damage to the files by destroying the content of the files permanently. So this type of virus is called virus infector or the file infector. Second, we have the boot sector virus. So this is very dangerous virus. Boot sector virus. So boot sector is the that part of the hard disk in which your system files resides. So system files are the files of operating system from where the operating system is loaded. So when you start your computer, the operating system files will gets loaded in the memory from the boot sector. So if any file is missing in the boot sector, or if any file is corrupt in the boot sector, in such a case your computer won't be able to start. So boot sector viruses are designed to harm the operating system. So once the boot sector virus is there in the boot sector, so it will crash your computer system, and you won't be able to start the computer system once it is infected. Next we have the executable file virus. So executable means the file which can run like a program or like a software. Such file is called executable file. So executable file virus, it infects the only executable files. For example, it can infect the Word file, Excel file, it can infect the calculator, it can infect the notepad file, means the programs which you execute. And once the executable files they gets infected, then you won't be able to run any program in the computer system. Executable files have .exe as their extension. .exe means the file is executable. Then we have the macro virus, and this type of virus can affect the certain applications of the program that contain macros. So macro is a series of steps that can be recorded. Like in MS Word, you can record a macro for a mail merge, or you can record a macro for inserting a table. And then when you will run the macro, all the steps will be repeated by the macro, and you can perform the action that is recorded by the steps. So macro viruses, they infect the macro files, and they can get executed when the macros are executed. Next we have the examples of viruses. So here we have worm. So worm is harmless virus. It can replicate itself. Replicate means it can generate its duplicate copies. But when the system is infected with the macro worm, after some time it will take over all the resources of the computer slowly and slowly, and finally your computer will be useless. You won't be able to use the computer. And the worms, they also has the capacity to travel from one system to other system very easily, because they have the nature of replication. Next type of virus is the Trojan horse. So this is also a very dangerous virus for the computer. In computer, Trojan horse virus come as a friendly program. So suppose you are using the internet and some ad is there. In that ad, a friendly game or application is there. You downloaded that game or application, and after that, your computer may be infected by the Trojan horse viruses. Because such friendly programs, they may include this type of virus, and this virus can destroy all the data on your computer. And the Trojan horse virus, it can spread through a number of ways. For example, it can be sent, or it can send itself by attaching it to some mail, and it can also infect other computer systems by attaching it in the pen drives and the other files. Next, we have the rootkit virus, and the rootkit virus can hide it in the computer, and it allows someone from a remote location to take full control of the computer. So without the user's knowledge, it will be there in the computer, and someone else can get access to your computer using the rootkit virus. And the person who is running such type of virus from the remote location, he can execute your programs, he can change the computer settings, he can monitor the activities which you are running in your computer from the remote location. Next, we have the sweeper, and it is a fake antivirus known as rogue. So it is designed in such a way that it looks like an antivirus software, but in reality it is a virus. So it will appear like an antivirus program, but it is a virus. And some people, those who do not have the knowledge of virus or antivirus, they unintentionally download this as a antivirus program, but it is a virus, and it can change the system settings, it can change the system files, and it can also track your browsing history. Next, we have the sleeper virus, and this virus is intentionally created for stealing your data or the financial information. And this virus is designed to target the large networks only. Then we have the Alabama virus, and this virus is file infector, and it can infect the executable files, means .exe files. So it will affect the programs which you run in the computer, and once the programs are infected, .exe files are infected, your computer won't be able to start any program in the computer. Here we have the logic bomb. So logic bomb is a program or a portion of a program which lies dormant until a specific piece of logic is activated. Like earlier I told you the example of one example of virus was given, that is the Jerusalem virus, and it also gets activated on particular date or event. So logic bombs are also such type of viruses that will remain dormant for the some time, and once some event occurs in the computer or some particular date comes, at that time they will get activated. Then we have the Christmas virus, and this virus can spread through the email as a small executable file with a variety of names and extensions. And this virus can also propagate itself by copying itself into the local drives or the network drives. It could read the address book and files stored on the infected machine. Infected email messages arrive with subject like Merry Christmas, and in the body Happy Holidays can be written, or other types of messages can come. And these there can be some postcards attachment with the emails, and when you will open the postcard, actually the postcards are .exe files, and once the .exe file is executed in your computer, and your computer will be infected by that Christmas virus. Next we have the adware. So adware, they are a type of advertisement virus. They pop up on the web pages and emails and other internet services. When you click on the advertisement, it will transfer you to the virus website from where your computer may be having a virus. Finally, we have the spyware. So spyware is a virus that gets installed in your computer or device without your knowledge, and it can steal the data, or it can collect the information from your computer, and the same information it can communicate with someone else. So it is called spyware. Next we have the sources of viruses, from where the virus can come in your computer. So there are different sources like email. If you are using the internet, you are using the email program, and some emails we get from the known person, and some advertisement or other type of mails we get from the unknown people. They also may have some attachments, and we can download the attachments by mistake, and in the attachment virus can be there. Then we have the internet download. So as you know, you can download a lot of stuff from the internet, and when you download something which appears very interesting or very user friendly, for example some theme you download in the computer, or some screensavers you download, or some type of fonts you download, with the such files a virus can be there, and it can infect your computer. Then we have the illegal distribution of software. So when you buy a software from illegal source, for example when you download the cracked software from the websites, not from the genuine Play Store. So suppose one software is paid, and you have to download that software from the Play Store, but from the internet one website is providing you a cracked software, and you downloaded that software in your computer or device, and the cracked software may contain some additional coding, or some additional viruses may be there. When you will install that program, viruses will get installed in the computer, and they can steal your data. Next we have the malware. Malware means malicious software. So it can be a computer virus, it can be worm, Trojan horse, and other rootkit virus. And it is a program that acts without the user knowledge, and it can deliberate the computer's operations. It can corrupt the programmers, virus authors, write malware, and then test to ensure that it can deliver its payload. So payload is the destructive event that the program is intended to deliver. That is called payload. Suppose one virus is created for damaging something in the computer. So firstly that destructive nature will be checked in the computer, whether that virus is able to destruct or not. So the destructive event for the virus is called its payload. So malware deliver its payload on a computer in a variety of ways. For example, when a user open infected file, at that time what will be done by the malware, that is its payload. When a user run the infected program, what will happen? when the user boots the computer with infected CD or pen drive? What will happen when the user connect an unprotected computer to a network? What will happen? And downloading an infected file from the internet. So these all are the payloads of a malware. Here we have the symptoms of the malware or viruses. So what are the symptoms? How you will realize that your computer is infected by a virus? So generally, following are the symptoms. First one, the computer may run slower than the usual. So the speed of computer may get reduced because of the infected files are there. So memory may be less than expected. You might have some memory in the computer, free memory, but after the computer is infected, it will show you less memory in the computer files. Then we have the files. So the files will be corrupted. You won't be able to open the files, or the contents in the files may be corrupted. You are getting some unusual messages or images on the screen, or some sound is randomly disturbing you and playing again and again when you are closing it. Some other programs appear and disappear the files. Some files may be hidden in the computer automatically. It is hiding the files. Some programs may not work properly, and some unknown programs appear on the screen. Some system settings they get changed automatically. Your computer is not able to start up, and operating system is shutting down automatically. So if all these symptoms or any of these symptoms is there in your computer, it means your computer is infected by a virus. Then we have the effects of the malware or viruses. So first one is it can damage or rename the files. It can destroy the files of operating system. It can decrease the speed of computer, and it can reduce the memory of the hard disk, and it can infect the boot sector records, and it can infect the programs, that is executable files. Next we have the email virus. So email viruses, they spread by the email messages only. They can spread as a email attachment, and they can infect the other computers. And how the email virus spread, here it is given everything. So as the name suggests, they spread using the email attachment. So whenever you attach something with the email, if your computer is infected by a virus, that virus may attach itself with the email attachment and can spread the other computers too. So here update your knowledge is given. The first PC virus is believed to be a boot sector virus, that is called Brain. And this Brain virus was created by the two Pakistani brothers, Basit and Farooq Alvi, in 1986. Here we have the another type of virus, that is the ransomware virus. Ransom means money. So ransomware virus is a virus that restricts access to the computer system and demand a ransom to be paid in order to remove that restriction. So this type of virus will lock the resources in your computer, and to unlock the resources it will demand some money, and that money you can pay online, and after paying the money it will allow you to use the resources. So this type of viruses that locks your important files, and for unlocking they will ask you to pay some money, it is called ransomware virus. And how it can affect as email attachment, or it can affect in other type of connections of the computer like pen drive, infected CDs there, like that. And how to prevent the computer from this type of virus? First thing is you have to sure that your computer PC is updated, means the operating system and the web browser that you are using in a computer, that must be latest. For example, nowadays Windows 10 is going on, this operating system is working, so the latest operating system must be installed in the computer, and the latest web browser should be used in the computer. And Your computer must have a antivirus program, genuine copy must be there, and that antivirus program must be up to date. So here we have the antivirus program. So antivirus program is a computer software, and this type of program can scan your computer from viruses. It will give you a type of security. So whenever you're downloading something, when you are connecting some pen drive or CD, or when you are executing something in the computer, firstly that file will be scanned by the antivirus. And if any threat is there regarding the viruses, it will inform you and it will try to clean that virus. And if it is not able to clean, then it will delete that virus along with the file. So such a program is called antivirus program. Antivirus program, they use a virus signature for detecting the virus. So virus signature is the virus database version. So this signature should be the latest. So two keywords are there. One is the virus signature, and it is also known as virus definition. So virus definition is the virus database code that antivirus uses to scan the viruses in the computer. If you are using older antivirus whose database may be older, not up to date, and such antivirus may not be able to find all the viruses in the computer. So that's why you must update the antivirus to the latest virus definition so that it can detect and it can clean all type of viruses from your computer. What are the features of a antivirus? Here we have the first feature, that is automatic update. So when your computer is connected to the internet, the antivirus program will automatically connect to the server and it will download the latest version of the antivirus or its database. And second is, mostly the antivirus program automatically check for the viruses when they are installed first. In addition, many antivirus program automatically scan the files from the web, email attachment, opened file, and all type of removable media in the computer. So this is the second feature, that the antivirus program is always active in the computer for 24 hours whenever the computer is running, and it will scan all the inputs in the computer from where the virus may attack. Third one is that the users, they must be aware of the virus alerts on the virus hoaxes. So a virus hoax is an email message that warns the user of a non-existence virus or other malware. It may inform the user that an important operating system file on the computer is a virus, or encourage them to delete that file, which could make the computer unusable. So that is called a virus hoax. So when the virus hoax is there in the computer, the user may delete himself the wanted files. So after that, the computer won't be able to run. Next we have the working of the antivirus. So working is very easy. Firstly, the antivirus program will identify the infected file. Then it will attempt to remove malware from that file. If it is unable to remove the infection, then it can quarantine the infected file. A quarantine is a separate space in the hard disk where the infected files, they are kept safely so that they cannot spread in the other drives of the computer. Next we have some common or some popular antivirus program, like Norton Antivirus is there, which is developed by the Symantec Corporation. Then McAfee software is there, and it can protect your computer from the viruses and internet security it will also provide you. Then we have the Kaspersky antivirus, and it is also very important antivirus, and it can detect the online threats and it will keep your PC running smoothly. Then Panda antivirus is there, and we have the F-Secure antivirus, AVG antivirus is there, and Total AV is there, and Quick Heal antivirus is there. So all these are the important antivirus, and you can download any of them antivirus for scanning your computer. But keep in mind, never install more than one antivirus in the computer at the same time, because when your computer is having more than one antivirus in the same time and both are active, then your computer may become slow. Here we have some precautions against the computer virus. So what we should do in order to safeguard against computer viruses? So the first thing is removable media. So whenever you connect some removable media like pen drives in the computer, that should be empty. Or keep in mind, before opening the pen drive, you must scan the pen drive with the antivirus program. Never open the attachment, email attachments which comes from unknown persons. If you trust the person, you know the person, and you know that some attachment he is going to send you, that attachment you can open, but other attachments you must not open. Then if a friend unexpectedly send you a message with an attachment, do not assume that the attachment is safe. So firstly you have to scan the email with the antivirus. You can scan the attachment file also before opening the file. So here we have next step, that is, if you receive a message with a file attachment that you suspect is a virus, then you can delete that message immediately without opening it. Here we have the next, that is, never trust any email message or website that ask you to update or confirm sensitive data such as your bank account, credit card number and passwords. So keep in mind that even banks, they send you the awareness message that never share the confidential information on the internet, like your bank accounts, your credit card numbers, debit card number, their PIN number, or their other type of information you must not disclose with anyone over the internet. And the last, you must install the antivirus program in the computer, and you have to update that antivirus time to time. Then set a macro security in the program so that you can enable or disable the macro. Enable macro only if the document is from a trusted source and you are expecting it. So suppose you get some MS Word document that is having macro. So before running the macro, you have to trust whether the document is from trusted person or not. Then next is stay informed about new type of viruses or virus hoaxes, and scan all the downloaded program for viruses and other malwares. So before opening, you have to scan it with the antivirus. So that's all in this chapter. I hope you have understood this chapter very well. So thanks for watching this video.